Thanks, Sean. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Lakeland School Board Business Board meeting. Today is Wednesday, August 19th, 2026. Mr. Secretary, please note a 7:12 p.m. start time. If everyone would please rise for our salute. Henry, you want to lead us off this evening?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Henry. Mr. Secretary, can we please have roll call?
Mr. Beneski, absent. Mr. Boyarsky, present. Ms. Brinzel,
Present.
Mr. Gallagher,
Present.
Ms. Morrison, Mrs. Roberts, absent. Mr. Sullivan,
Present.
Mr. Sullivan,
Present.
Dr. Trimback-Ball,
Present.
student reps Alec Berlinski,
Present.
Henry Decker,
Present.
Dr. Wyatt,
Present.
Attorney Finucci.
Present.
Please let the record reflect. We have 7 board members present, so we have a quorum. We will move forward. Okay, executive session. We had an executive session last Tuesday, August 11th, and we had an executive session this evening. Both executive sessions were in regard to personnel. Informational items. Dr. White, do we have any informational items?
Just very briefly, want to point out that we are very excited to be welcoming our students and staff back. Our staff will be starting this Friday, the 21st. We'll welcome our students back on Wednesday, the 26th. And I know we're very excited. I'm not sure how excited our students are. I know it's an earlier than usual that we're coming back. Very excited also about there's a lot of improvements around the district that have taken place over the summer. It was a short summer, but it was really a very productive summer. I want to point out just a few projects. Obviously, I think the easiest one to notice is the paving project here at the high school. Really came out nice, a significant improvement considering the state of our parking lots prior to engaging in that project. Also, some other projects, Mayfield and Scott Campus, both libraries got new drop ceilings with new lighting to cover up that insulation that was on the ceilings. We're waiting on one small part from the HVAC company, and then we'll be considering those complete. That project was the last of our grant funds that we've been granted for the drop ceiling, so that is a project that is at least partially grant funded. We also installed protective bollards at all the entryways to all 3 of our schools. That was fully grant funded using competitive safety grant funds. We installed new lighting in the Mayfield gym, new LED lighting in the Mayfield campus gym. That was fully grant funded. On Monday, the 24th, they're going to be installing finally a new stage curtain at Mayfield campus. Again, another project fully grant funded. And then there were a number of other smaller improvements throughout the district. So just very excited about the work that was done over the summer. And also, in addition to being excited, very grateful. I have to give a huge thank you to our maintenance and custodial staff, all of our secretaries, our district office staff. Everybody's been working so hard to ensure that when teachers and students come back, all that behind-the-scenes work that nobody really sees, but that getting done is crucial to a great start to the school year. And so we want to offer a sincere thank you to all of those folks who have worked so hard all summer. And I'm also happy to report that all students in grades 7 through 12 this year will be receiving a brand new Chromebook. Obviously, we stretched the life of our Chromebooks that we purchased right to pretty much the very end. Some of our Chromebooks at this point are 7, 8 years old, and really we're not in great shape. So all students will receive a new Chromebook as they enter, and those are just a couple highlights that I could point to as we look forward to the start of the school year. And that's all I have for informational items at this time.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Wyatt. I know it's been quite a busy summer, so thanks to the staff, thanks to the administration for getting us ready for next week, so thank you. I am going to go back for a moment. Executive session, I mentioned personnel. I did forget to mention that we had a litigation matter as well. Okay, so no recognition this evening. We'll start in September. Do we have any public comment on the agenda items only? Rose?
page 11, the Krieger Construction, B, under financial. So you have about approximately 290,000 there. Then you have, on page 13, another 22,000. And then you have F, the 1 million. So is that complete now? And that was what, like 200,000 over bid? That was all additional work orders? Let me see which other ones are non-agenda. It would be pertaining to the appointments. Do you have a figure as to the new appointments? How much additional all the new appointments added to our costs compared to last year? Where, well, it would be this is 26, 27, it'd be 25, 26. And that's all for the agenda items.
Thanks, Rose. So with regard to the question on Krieger, the pay applications, I'm not sure if if all the pay applications are completed. With regard to the question on total change orders, total change orders were $280,972. The board approved $184,452.50 of that for the paving of the upper parking lot near the field house. Another $74,020 was to fix sub-base that was found to be inadequate in the front parking area. Change order that was approved but was not necessary at the July meeting was $41,450 for the upper lot sub-base. That turned out not to be needed. And then there were also 4 other change orders, $3,000 to repair 2 catch basins, $8,500 to repair conduit in the front that was damaged as a result of the conduit not being buried to the proper depth when the project had been done previously. $3,500 was to install additional stone drainage in the front corner out here because there was too much water sitting and it would have undermined the new pavement. And then $7,500 was to repair a water line that when we opened the back pavement, we learned that the water line from the school to the field house was leaking, and obviously we had to repair that before we sealed up the pavement. Total cost of the project was $1,389,227.50. The original approved bid was $1,108,255.
Joe, they're holding 5, I'm sorry, just,
5% of the total cost is held as retainage,
yeah, 5% of the total cost is held as retainage.
so that doesn't get released until the district approves that the whole project after a final walkthrough, everything has been done. So that has to get signed off by both parties.
Do we have that,
That's the remaining.
is that scheduled at this point?
Yes. Yeah.
And when does that expire? The
When does what expire?
The 5%.
Once everybody is in agreement that the project is completed as spec'd out, then they'll put in that last pay app and then it'll be released.
Okay, so is that 30 days, 60, 90, a year?
We'll do it before the end of next week, probably before the end of this week.
And it'll probably be on September's agenda.
Yeah. Yep. With regard to the appointments and the cost, I don't have a running tally, but I think your question was how much more is it than last year? It's actually significantly less than last year
Well, that's
because
what I was wondering, if is it more or less?
it's definitely less. Plus, I have to point out too with that, we have 4 or 5 professional staff positions that were not filled. Somebody that's on leave for the year, we did not fill that position. 2 people on leave, we did not fill those positions. And then we have 2 others who, through retirement, we didn't fill those through attrition. As you know, we also have another member of the administrative, actually 2 members of the administrative staff whose positions were not filled. So I don't have the number in front of me in terms of the net decrease, but it's definitely not an addition. It's a significant net decrease in terms of, from a payroll standpoint.
Okay, but on this dean of students, you didn't fill that one, but that took the place of it. How much of a difference was it? Because I didn't get a chance since I dropped all the enclosures.
Yeah, so the dean of students is roughly probably a $25,000 to $30,000 savings, but I think that if you're looking at it from a cost-saving standpoint, the dean of students salary replaced that administrator's salary, right?
Yeah.
And then the person being hired in that dean of students place is approximately $50,000. So the actual net difference between the teacher who was hired and the administrator whose position was not filled, and then adding in the difference in salary, is anywhere between $70,000 and $80,000.
All right. And because they were already on the health plan, there was no additional, the health benefits stayed the same?
For that position, yeah, there's no
Yeah.
reduction in headcount for that position,
All right.
as of right now.
70, 80,000 savings.
70, 80,000 savings, correct.
Any other questions, Rose?
No, the other ones are non-agenda.
All right. Anyone else? Any other questions on the agenda? Okay. All right, we'll move on to the board committee reports this evening. So we'll start off with our student representative reports. Alex, you want to start us off this evening?
Yeah. First of all, my name is Alex Berlinski. I'm the class 2027 president. And Henry Decker, if you want to introduce yourself to the board.
Yeah, I'm Henry Decker, and I'm the student council vice president of the class of 2027.
And we just want to highlight some of our fall sports achievements this evening. So football for the past week have been in heat acclimation practices. Their first scrimmage is this Saturday at Schuylkill Haven, and their first official game is next Friday, August 28th versus Holy Cross at home, which is also the Junior Chiefs Appreciation Night.
Yes, cheer, they won first place at their camp routine, and they won the Top Banana Award at PFC with 19 All-Americans on the team.
Our boys and girls soccer team are also starting their seasons. The boys have their first tri-scrimmage this Saturday versus Hanover and Blue Ridge at home, and the girls have their first scrimmage against Honesdale also this Saturday at home.
Cross country, boys and girls first scrimmage is next Wednesday, August 26th at home.
Moving on, volleyball, they have their first scrimmage versus Mountain View this Saturday at home as well. And volleyball also plans to have theme nights this year as their team to support causes such as cancer and mental health awareness.
The golf team is currently 2-0. They competed in the annual Simmons Golf Classic at Elkview Country Club on Monday. Mikey Pisarczyk and Ty Sogolowski finished 4th and 5th respectively at that tournament. And the girls' first match is tomorrow versus Elk Lake.
Yep, and moving on, our seniors, just a little bit of information about our senior class. The class of 2027 senior letters are out to students. Last Thursday night, we had a very successful Texas Roadhouse fundraiser, with our next fundraiser coming at Chipotle in Dixon City this Saturday from 4 to 8. Senior Sunrise will also be held on Friday, August 28th, and we currently have a Krispy Kreme fundraiser ongoing that ends September 11th.
As for the district, as of this Monday, all sports are into official practices and they have started their seasons. Friday, September 11th is the Salute to Service and First Responders game. Brian Wagner is going to nominate other fellow service members, and we'll give away T-shirts. The sports passes for the regular season games are on sale currently, and students will return Wednesday, August 26th.
And that's all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Very much appreciated. And again, welcome to the team. I've had an opportunity to mention to the two of you, we're here for you. We're here for all the students as the school board. Our hope as we go through this year is the two of you get an opportunity to see kind of the inner workings, the business of the school. Our positions are elected positions comprised of the five regions, 5 districts of Lakeland, 5 areas, I should say. But if you have questions along the way, any of the board members, feel free to ask. Rose, we sometimes will say, is our 10th board member, although not elected. We'll get some questions from Rose. But we'll interact quite a bit with the community, depending on topics. So welcome aboard, and we're looking forward to being with you guys this year. Dr. Wyant, for the military game, I think we had an Apache helicopter last year. We have anything exciting planned this year? We had like a tank or something coming in?
Well, yeah, Mr. Wagner, continually outdoes himself. I don't know if I want to.
Is it, I don't want to ruin a top
I'll
secret.
just say that Mr. Wagner's been hard at work, and I think that I don't know if we're not on a Black Hawk Black Hawk helicopter, but he's got some exciting stuff planned, and I don't think anybody will be disappointed. Another big night here.
Excellent, okay. All right, we'll move on to legislative chair. Mr. Brunetsky isn't here this evening, NEIU, Mrs. Roberts isn't here this evening. CTC board report, which would be me. So we had our board meeting last night at the CTC. We proud to say this is at least the first time, I think I've been on the CTC board for approximately 8 or 9 years. This is the first time that we're over 1,000 students at the CTC, at least as far back as we can remember, which went back to 2012. The current director was trying to trace it back further, but so the trades are definitely on the rise, growing. When I first became a board member there for us, which I think it was somewhere around 2018, 19, I can't remember exactly. But I think we had a little north of 500 students at the CTC. And that's for Lackawanna County, and that represents 8 districts. So we have more than double, which is exciting. In terms of Lakeland, so that was for the CTC in totality. For Lakeland, we're in the high 80s this year for the number of enrollment. A little lower than last year. We were at 90, I believe 91, but that number does fluctuate. But again, very positive for the trades. CTC is ready for their first day, and they're excited. So good start for the CTC for our students. Correspondence, Dr. Wine, do we have any correspondence?
We do not.
Okay. We'll move on to.
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay. Attorney Finucci?
So, Board, I just want to make a point. There's several motions that you're going to see on the agenda that are one motion approving numerous things, such as appointments and positions, et cetera. It was done this way for brevity purposes, to keep the motion length. If at any time any board member, because the way they're worded, technically you would have to vote, on the motion as a whole with all the appointments, but if you have any problem with any one of the appointments, you can just say yes, except for, number 3, I vote no, I abstain, or whatever the case may be. So you have the ability to do that. You're not forced to vote yes or no just because of one particular category. Okay, did you understand that? Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. I will make the first motion. I'll make motion 1A. I'll make motion to approve the agenda items, and 1B, I will make a motion to approve the following meeting minutes: June 24, 26, regular business board meeting per enclosure 1A, July 2nd, 26, special board meeting per enclosure 1B, July 21st, 26, special board meeting per enclosure 1C. Do I have a second? Second by Mrs. Morrison. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motions 1A and 1B pass. 2A, please.
Ready? Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the corrected rate pay for Kylie Weaver as a 260-day elementary secretary from a rate of $17.54 to $17.50 per hour per the terms of the 2025 to 2029 LESPA collective bargaining agreement.
I second.
On the question, roll call, please.
Boyarsky, yes. Brenzel,
Yes.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Morrison, Solomon,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Tremback Ball,
Yes.
2A passes. B, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make the motion to approve the following conference requests: Anthony Saxon, Technology Education Engineering Association of Pennsylvania, October 22nd, 23rd, 2026, per enclosure 2A. William Freeman, Technology Education Engineering Association of Pennsylvania, October 22nd, 23rd, 2026, per enclosure 2B.
Second.
Question? In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? B passes. 2C, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Christina Swyka as mentor to Cameron Clark for the 2026-2027 school year, per the terms of the 2026-2030 LEA collective bargaining agreement.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? C passes. D, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the following teacher transfer requests in accordance with the 2026-2030 LEA collective bargaining agreement with the start date of August 21st, 2026. Caroline Barrett to K-3 reading specialist at Mayfield campus, Brian Wagner to high school dean of students for the 2026-2027 school year only, Danielle Lonzinski to grades 4-6 reading specialist at Mayfield campus for the 2026-2027 school year only, Melissa Clem to 4-6 reading specialist at Scott campus for the 2026-2027 school year only.
Second.
On the question? Mr. Secretary, could we please have a roll call?
Wojarski, yes. Brunzel,
Yes.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Solomon,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Trembeck Ball,
Yes.
D passes. E, please.
Mr. President, I motion to appoint the following full-year, long-term substitutes for the 26-27 school year per the terms of the 26-30 LEA collective bargaining agreement with a start date of August 21st, 2026. Nicole Tarchak, first grade elementary teacher at Scott campus at a bachelor's step 1, salary of $48,830. Bryn McGovern, first grade elementary teacher at Mayfield campus at a bachelor's step 5 salary of $50,058.
Second.
Oh, I have two more.
We got two more. Hold on one minute.
Kanan Guler.
Yep.
Hope I didn't.
Two more.
Yep.
Sixth grade math teacher at Scott campus at a bachelor's step 5 salary of $50,058. And lastly, Emily Hensky, school nurse at the Lakeland Junior Senior High School as a bachelor's step 10 salary of $57,765.
Second.
Second, Mr. Sullivan. On the question? Roll call, please.
Wojarski, yes. Brunzel,
Yes.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Solomon,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Trembeck Ball,
Yes.
E passes. F, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Aubrey Davis as the high school counseling office secretary at a rate of $16 per hour for the terms of the 2025 through 2029 LESPA collective bargaining agreement with a start date of August 21 of 2026.
I second.
Question? Roll call?
Wojarski, yes. Brunzel,
Yes.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Solomon,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Trembeck Ball,
Yes.
Motion F passes. 2G, please.
I cannot. Mr. President, I'd like to make the motion to appoint the following special education paraprofessional at a rate of $16 per hour per the terms of 2025-2029 LESPA collective bargaining agreement with the start date of August 21st, 2026. Matthew Verdurski and Suzanne Marcinko.
Second.
On the question? Roll call, please.
Wojarski, yes. Brunzel,
Yes.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Solomon,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Trembeck Ball,
Yes.
2G passes. H, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the following stipends for the 2026-2027 school year only, retroactive to July 1st, 2026. Mike Matze, Director of Transportation and Compliance, to receive a stipend of $2,600 for Student Information System Management. Nicholas Gasper, Confidential Business Office, HR Clerk, to receive a stipend of $1,300 to perform Act 48 reporting.
Second.
Question? Roll call?
Wojarski, yes. Brunzel,
Yes.
Gallagher,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Solomon,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Trembeck Ball,
Yes.
H passes. I, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve van transportation contractors for the 2026-2027 school year per enclosure 2C.
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will abstain from aye. I have a family member that drives for one of the van contractors. Motion I passes. J, please.
Mr. President, I motion to approve bus and van drivers for the 2026-2027 school year per enclosure 2D.
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will abstain for the same reason as the previous. Motion J passes. K, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Jamie Lynn Kasparowski and Jennifer Priano as PM bus monitors at Scott Campus at a stipend of $1,088 each for the 2026-2027 school year.
Second.
Question? Roll call, please.
Wojarski, yes. Brunzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trumbach-Ball.
Yes.
K passes. L, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make the motion to approve the fall sports coach list per enclosure 2E for the 2026-2027 school year, only with compensation per the terms of the 2026-2030 LEA collective bargaining agreement.
Second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? L passes. To M, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to accept the letter of resignation from Sharon Eager, CNA/paraprofessional, effective August 10th, 2026.
Second.
Question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 2M passes. 3A, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to approve the following requests for independent study or release time privileges for the 2026-2027 school year. Student number 19366394416 per enclosure 3A, and student number 5322981276 per enclosure 3E.
Second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A passes. 3B, please.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the following updated student handbooks: elementary per enclosure 3B, junior senior high school per enclosure 3C, and cyber academy per enclosure 3D.
Second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 3B passes. 4A, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the vendor list for extracurricular and athletic photography services per enclosure 4A.
I second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 4A passes. B, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to approve the updated Lakeland School District Emergency Operations Plan per enclosure 4B.
Second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? B passes. 5A.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the list of bills for June 17th, 2026 through August 11th, 2026 per enclosure 5A.
Second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 5A passes. 5B, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve and ratify the following capital project payment applications. Hoffman Electrical Contractors, Application 1, $15,790.50 per enclosure 5C. Krieger Construction, Application 1, $90,688.50 per enclosure 5Q. Krieger Construction Application 2, $195,565.50 per enclosure 5R. Scranton Electric Heating and Cooling, Application 1, $641 per enclosure 5S.
Second.
On the question? Roll call, please.
Wojarski, yes. Brunzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Solomon.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trumbach-Ball.
Yes.
5B passes. C, please.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the transportation contract between Lakeland School District and Western Pennsylvania School for the Deaf for the 2026-2027 school year per enclosure 5D.
Second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? C passes. D, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agreement between Lakeland School District and CSM Consulting for an E-rate compliance services per enclosure 5E.
Second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? D passes. E, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to approve the following capital project change orders. One, H&B Construction and CO-C1 for $12,600 per enclosure 5T. Hoffman Electrical Contractor, COC1, $645 per enclosure 5U. And Krieger Construction, CO04, $22,500 per enclosure 5V.
Second.
Question? Roll call, Mr. Secretary.
Boyarsky, yes. Brunzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Solomon.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trembeck Ball.
Yes.
E passes. F, please.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve the following capital project payment applications. One, Schonberg Construction, app number 1 for $29,250 per enclosure 5F. Two, Schonberg Construction, app number 2, $3,250 per enclosure 5G. Three, H&P Construction, Inc., app number 1, $41,705 per enclosure 5H. 4, H&P Construction, Inc., app number 2 for $14,795 per enclosure 5I. And 5, Krieger Construction, app number 3 for $1,033,512.12 per enclosure 5J.
Second.
Question? Mr. Secretary, roll call, please.
Boyarsky, yes. Brunzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Solomon.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trembeck Ball.
5F passes. 5G, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the 3-year agreement between the Lakeland School District and Sentinel One for cybersecurity services per enclosure 5K.
Second.
Question? Favor?
Aye.
Opposed? G passes. H, please.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the agreement between Lakeland School District and School Business Consultants, LLC, for business management services from July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2027, per enclosure 5L.
Second.
Other question? Roll call?
Boyarsky, yes. Brunzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Solomon.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trembeck Ball.
Yes.
5H passes. Mr. Caputo, we appreciate your services. Thank you. Looking forward to working with you again for the upcoming year, so thank you. I, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the independent contractor agreement between Lakeland School District and Chris Suma to perform student information services per enclosure 5M.
I second.
On the question? Roll call.
Boyarsky, yes. Brunzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Solomon.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trembeck Ball.
Yes.
I passes. J, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make the motion to approve the purchase of cafeteria tables for Scott and Mayfield campuses using cafeteria funds per enclosure 5CC and enclosure 5DD.
Second.
On the question? Roll call?
Boyarsky, yes. Brunzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Solomon.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trembeck Ball.
Yes.
Motion J passes. I'm surprised Robin's not here this evening. She would be thrilled. Yes. Yes. Okay. K, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the transportation contract between Lakeland School District and Lackawanna Trail School District for the 2026-2027 school year per enclosure 5N.
Second.
Question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? K passes. L, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Dean of Students Memorandum of Understanding between Lakeland School District and Lakeland Education Association per enclosure 5O.
Second.
I think I heard Dr. Trimback fall. On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? L passes. M, please.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the Aaron Center referral linkage agreement per enclosure 5W.
We have a
Second.
Second. On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? M passes. N, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2026-2027 interim healthcare staffing agreement between the Lakeland School District and interim home healthcare per enclosure 5X.
I second.
Question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? N passes. O, please.
Mr. President, I'd like the motion to approve the agreement between Lakeland School District and Friendship House for an elementary social work position in both Mayfield and Scott campuses per enclosure 5Y.
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? O passes. I feel like we went through the alphabet 3 times already.
Yeah.
P, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the à la carte price recommendations for the 2026-2027 school year per enclosure 5Z.
Second.
Question? Roll call.
Boyarsky, yes. Renzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Solomon.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trimback Ball.
Yes.
P passes. 5Q, please.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposal from AJS Mechanical Services LLC for HVAC preventative maintenance per enclosure 5AA and enclosure 5BB.
Second.
Question? Mr. Secretary, roll call, please.
Boyarsky, yes. Renzel.
Yes.
Gallagher.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Solomon.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Trimback Ball.
Yes.
5Q passes. Dr. Wine, do we have any miscellaneous items?
We do not.
Public comment. Do we have any public comment? Yes, Rose.
You may not have it, but do you have the number of tax appeals that were filed last year in the Lakeland School District, business versus in the residential? How many? Now, you probably don't have the ones for 26 yet because they just closed August the 3rd.
Rose, you looking for dollars, or are you looking for just the total number of actual appeals?
Well, how many appeals, and have they been heard, or, from what I understand, some of them haven't even been scheduled yet,
Okay.
because they're the ones from last year would go to court now, versus the ones now will be in the next 2 months. And do you happen to have the number of charter students that will be this year, that a number yet, or is it too early? And then you can refer to your July 2nd minutes. Oh, by the way, Bobby Biarski, wonderful minutes. You did them? Yeah, it has your name on here.
From these, yeah.
Yeah,
but
from,
I don't
you
do the
take the
details.
minutes, but
I
they're
take the minutes,
typed
but
up
they're
by
typed up.
Melissa Riegel.
Oh, okay, well.
Take the compliment, take the
I'll
compliment.
take it.
It's a great
I'll
job.
take it,
It
yeah,
has your
thank you,
name
yeah.
on here,
We go
so-
above and beyond, yeah.
Well, good job. So you can refer to that agenda. I wanted more information on the PFAS, the water situation, because there was a township meeting last night, and I don't know, some of these people, if they're just don't have the information, but I'm sure you put it out there to the public. And after the meeting, it was like 3 people approached me. They didn't have a clue about anything. So if you could advise me as to how the public, the students and their parents are advised. And then going to page 2, when I asked about the engineering company that missed the parking lot, and was it turned into their liability insurance, since it was a mistake, and who inspected that paving project, and to make sure that, you know, all of that paving was done, and about the warranty. Oh, and make sure if there's any LERTA for tax reduction, the people just can't afford giving up tax reductions. So that's just a comment.
Any others, Rose?
No, that's,
Okay. Joe, I don't think we have any LERTAs. Joe Caputa? I think we're done with LERTA, right? Okay. I know, Rose, you're referring to future, but I
Yeah.
think we're finished with LERTA. Any pending? Go ahead, Dr. White. Yep.
All right. We will have to get back to you on the number of tax appeals and residential versus
Okay.
business or anything, but we can get you that information
All right.
as up to date as we have it
Right.
from the county.
And then, Mark, if you have the figure, if there were reductions,
But
what the reductions were business properties versus the residential properties?
yeah, we'll get you as much information as we
Yeah,
have
as you can,
currently.
And it's not available whenever you have it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Number of charter school students, we won't know for sure until we get the first bills. We get, in and out, but we don't know if somebody moves out of the district and then enrolls, you know what I mean? So that will come probably not till October, when we get our first set of bills is when we'll know for sure. With regard to the July 2nd agenda and the PFAS water situation, and members of the community not having a clue about it, so we test our water quarterly, as is required by DEP, and we send out notification to all students, all parents, through the student information system, to their email, to their cell phone. The notification includes a letter from me articulating what the situation is, what PFAS is, and the letters are obviously, looked over checked by DEP. We need approval on all that. There's also a Tier 2 notification that goes out. That's a DEP document that's provided to us by our water consultant, and it is approved by DEP also before it goes out. And also, every time we send that notification out, it also includes a PFAS FAQ for schools that was put out by the Department of Health. I believe the date on it is like April of 2024. So that's gone out quarterly. I believe the last time it's gone out was August 11th, I'm pretty sure is the date when it went out last. There's also notifications posted at every water fountain, every drinking station in the high school. So with regard to, people not being in the know, I mean.
Well, there was just a few, so I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just talking-
And I don't know, I don't know if people read those either, you know what I mean? It's been in the news. There's far too many pictures of me holding a water bottle at a water filling station. But yeah, so that's how we communicate out, and that's, we've obviously worked hand in hand with DEP because we want to make sure that we're doing what they're saying we need to do, and we want to be responsible. And the other thing I always want to mention is we're obviously working towards the whole building filtration project, right? But as of right now, and going back to when we first discovered the issue, we did install PFAS-specific filters on all water fountains and all bottle filling stations, and anywhere food is washed or prepared. So it is filtered at the source for PFAS, but because we're considered a community water system, that's not sufficient long-term. We need to install the whole building system. So that's how we communicate.
Right. Now, didn't you put out for another bid?
We did. We bid twice. We opened the second set of bids. It was still double the engineer's estimates. So a few things are happening right now. One, we worked with DEP and our engineers to submit an application to Penvest for funding to cover the additional, because we had already secured a grant from PDE for about $65,000, $60,000, somewhere in there. We were responsible to match that, but the bids came back double the amount at $250,000. So we've submitted an application to Penvest. We've worked with DEP to extend the consent order and agreement, and that'll probably be on an agenda in the very near future. But we are working with the low bidder to, the bids were good for 60 days. We are working to extend the bids 60 more days in the event that we are able to, we're working, contacting legislators, trying to kick down some doors and see if we can get the funding now. The filtration project can be installed while school's in session because it can be plumbed in place and then on a weekend tied in. At worst, next summer for an installation, that's how long it would take for Penvest funding. At best, if we're lucky enough, fortunate enough to find funding immediately to cover the gap between what the district has available and what the bids came in at, then, we could have that potentially in sooner. And again, we're working lockstep with DEP to make sure we're following all regulations and staying within the parameters of the consent order and agreement, and they've been super helpful.
Well, that's what I told a few people. Of course, it was after the meeting, and they probably don't pay attention. I said, well, I know the district sends out information.
Yes.
I told them, I said, I would be shocked if the school district and the superintendent and they didn't have a clue, so.
Yeah, yeah, and you
It's
can
only
invite them to.
because there was another water issue brought up on another matter at the meeting last night, and then
Yeah.
one thing led to another.
And Rose, you could always tell them to contact my office. I think you know I'm more than happy to talk, much to a lot of people's chagrin, but I'm always happy to have the conversation. So tell them to call me. I'll be happy to explain.
Right.
With regard to the engineering, the engineers, number one, the first question related to their liability insurance. It was not turned into their liability insurance. We did have the discussions that I had told you we were going to have with regard to whether there was any action that we could take. But ultimately, the district, while the project cost was increased, the district didn't incur any damages because there's nothing that says that the cost of paving that was any higher the day we approved it than it was in May when we approved the initial bids. We did spend more money than we had anticipated spending when we approved the initial bid. But in order to prove that there was some sort of a difference in the amount we would have paid, we didn't incur damages necessarily, is our estimate. With that, the legal fees to challenge our engineer to recover the cost of the paving, we did receive the product. We have no documentation that it was any more expensive in July than it would have been in May. The legal fees that would be required for that, in our estimation, would not be worth spending because it's a very low likelihood that we would get any damages of any kind. So while it was unfortunate, and again, our recourse really is examining our relationship with the firm, right? Which we are doing. But with regard to seeking damages or their liability insurance covering, the cost of the paving, we did essentially receive the product and paid fair market value for it, and it was in line with what was calculated on a per square foot basis for the remainder of the lot. So with regard to who inspected, again, we did not change firms midstream. That would have been very problematic for a lot of reasons and probably very costly. So ultimately, the inspection of the pavement, the finished product, was done by BDA Architecture. They're the ones who covered the inspection. And with regard to a warranty, there's not a warranty in the sense that there's a used or a new car would have a warranty. But there is at a minimum a year, call it a warranty, right, where good craftsmanship, expecting things that are beyond wear and tear, like if it fully breaks down in a section within a year, that's essentially like a warranty. Obviously, if there were massive failures beyond the year, we would then have legal recourse to find out because it is all inspected, right? But that is conceptualizing it like a warranty. It's a year.
Did they put in the correct base? Did anybody bother to check that all
Yes.
the correct base?
Yes, everybody, it was checked, and as a matter of fact, I had mentioned that we did not incur the 41,000 and change order because when they milled up here, they milled and they milled the base, but the sub-base was inspected and found to be adequate. And again, out front, we incurred a $74,000 change order because there were several sections where even below the sub-base, then they had to go down 2 feet because it wasn't adequate. So it was all inspected, and we're very confident that everywhere that it was done properly and to spec, and where it needed additional, we incurred costs, but it was done right. And then, and your last one was the comment with regard to Lourdes. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Any other
And
public
Mark,
comment?
Mark, have you contacted any of the candidates running for office? Maybe they can donate from their collection fund and help towards this water situation for the loan?
Social life. This is their social
So I have not contacted anybody about accessing their campaign funds to help with the water situation. I don't know that that's legal, but what I can say is we're contacting our legislators who are in a position to potentially assist us. And obviously, we don't get involved in races because we're agnostic. We work with whoever. I've met them all. Then they've all been wonderful, right? So, but we're making calls and seeing what we could do and see how they can help. And our legislators have been responsive, to our district. I can't say that they have not been, but we're working on this one now. This is the
Well, I
new
know
one.
because they do get grants for other municipalities, so if they could walk a grant through somehow. it would
Well,
help them.
and, yeah, and we've received a decent amount of grants. Obviously, a lot of stuff we're doing is totally grant-funded, and that's where we're asking, are there grants out there that we may, because a lot of grants are restricted to certain things. So that's where our engagement comes from, to say, is there a grant available? Do you have any ideas that we maybe aren't aware of? And they've always been very forthcoming and helpful, and I anticipate they will be at this time.
All right.
Deckers, any comment? No? Okay. All right. Let's see here, I think we're ready to adjourn, right? So Alex and Henry, you may want to pay attention to how I do this. It may come back one day of interest, all right? So I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? We have a second from Mr. Sullivan. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Please note a 8:02